Studio, Steve Jent, Executive Director of the Sanderson Farms Championship. Steve, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So, with all this stuff going on, we got golf. We got pro golf coming to Mississippi.
We do.
That will be later on in September. What are the dates?
September 27th through our championship Sunday is on October 3rd.
That's at the Country Club at Jackson.
It is.
Not far from where we are. And we got to expect the course is going to be in great shape with the heat and the rain we've had this summer. It's in good condition.
It's in great shape. Yeah, Stanley Reed and his crew are just magicians at keeping that course in phenomenal shape. And you're right. I mean, we can talk about how hot it is and how much rain we've got, but from a golf course standpoint, for a tournament that we're in late September, it's been perfect conditions.
Yeah,
this
it sure
year.
has.
So it's been great.
And having been a member out there for a long time and played many times, we should also point out that may be the hardest piece of ground in the country to maintain a golf course.
Yeah,
it's difficult, but they do a fantastic job.
They do a great job. And, the course was redone back in 2008. And we've done some improvements in the last, 5-6 years with some sand plating in the landing areas and some irrigation, lines that we've added, and it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I was in New York last week at the Northern Trust event. Had a lot of players talk to me about how the best Bermuda greens on the entire PGA Tour.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's quite a compliment.
They think highly of it. Yeah,
that is awesome.
It'll be good.
Yeah. So how's the field shaping up?
Honestly, don't know yet, and I think it's because the current PGA Tour season is still in the midst of it. They're at the BMW Championship this week, Tour Championship in Atlanta next week. So, and then the Korn Ferry Finals are going on at the same time. So, once both of those events are over and the playoffs are done, the categories for 21, 22 are set, and the tour will be able to give me kind of a idea of my field. So, I think it'll be better than last year. I mean, I think we're going to see it grow organically a lot. Talked to Stuart Sink earlier this spring. He's like, Steve, your event's taking off. He goes, you have a great city, great golf course, great restaurants, great hotels. We love coming there. He goes, word's spreading amongst the players.
That's so good to hear.
How good it is. Yeah.
That is so awesome to hear. And for many, it's likely their first visit ever to Mississippi.
Yeah, I mean, Sergio hadn't been here last year when he won. And I think they're coming and seeing what a great course it is. But the commitment that Joe Sanderson and his team did to step up to a standalone event and we get our own date means that everybody can come here.
Exactly.
And now they're coming here and saying, this is pretty good.
That's awesome.
It's really good.
That is really good to hear. So, of course, we got this COVID situation that's always a concern, at least right now. What are the anticipated policies? Let's talk first about for fans for the gallery.
Sure. And we thought we'd be out of this by this point, but last year we couldn't have fans. This year we're having everybody come back. So fans, spectators, hospitality. There's a few things we have to do. The PGA Tour requires anyone indoors this year, whether you're vaccinated or not, you have to wear a mask unless you're eating or drinking.
Okay.
But we
indoors,
right? So we made the decision a couple weeks ago to take the glass fronts off of all the outdoor hospitality units.
Okay.
Which makes them outdoors.
Yeah.
So the tour's policy is that if you are outdoors, you do not have to wear a mask.
Okay.
Waiting to see kind of where the city of Jackson goes. The city of Jackson would like to see folks that I think aren't vaccinated to still wear a mask in those situations where they can't social distance.
Okay.
But again, fans are back.
Yeah.
It's outdoors. We think the weather in late September, hopefully will be great. And we're looking forward to having everything back. There's a few things we have to do. Our pro-am parties have to be outdoors. Just some things like that. We still can't have autograph zones.
Okay.
That's a PGA Tour rule. But for the most part, you're going to be able to come out and see the world's best golfers in Mississippi again.
Awesome. And just for the benefit of our audience, no showing of vaccination cards and credentials, no testing, just bring your ticket and enter.
No, just come on. Everything, we went mobile this year. Everything's all digital, so you'll go to our website and purchase your ticket through Ticketmaster. You'll just show it on your smartphone, and so it's all very very virtual. But
it's really good.
Yeah, we're not no plans to do any kind of vaccination card or test. Last year we had to do that. We did get to do our programs last year.
Yeah.
And our program participants had to test, but we went 100% negative test results for 160 players in the program, and it was awesome. So,
what about volunteer opportunities? Always looking for that. Right?
Always looking for somebody's out there. We do a phenomenal job with a lot of the groups and companies in our area. Hey, we're going to bring you 50 people a day, and but there's always spaces out there for whether it's ball spotters or the laser operators or the gallery management. We will not turn a volunteer down. So thanks to the folks, and we're in their bill. Thanks to the folks from Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance that they're our volunteer sponsor, and we're looking for a great year again.
And folks have a lot of fun doing that too, don't they?
I think so, yeah. I mean, there's folks that come back year after year, and I think once you get them once, you kind of get them hooked. It's like, wow, I didn't realize.
It's fun.
I thought it was going to work, but this is really fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of times those companies, people do it because they're with the folks they sit with every day. And we get a lot of feedback how, God, this is a blast. I'm going to do it again next year.
Yeah, it truly is awesome. So, and the e-ticketing, I'm so glad to hear that. That's new this year, right?
Well, and a couple different reasons. One is a charity. We planned on doing it last year, and it just we didn't have fans and spectators. From a charity standpoint, any way where we can cut costs and do some things, but so it really eliminates a lot of our paper costs and tickets. But the great thing is, as a sponsor, if I invite you to the tournament and for some reason you can't come, you can electronically transfer that ticket back to me, and then I can send it to someone else. So there's no need for like tracking down paper tickets in someone's car and things like this. But I think from a COVID standpoint, it's just the timing was good for us to go to that, and I think it'll be really good.
Well, what are you hearing about? First, how long is the contract good for with respect to Sanderson being the title sponsor? Yeah,
well, we announced, I think back in 2016 or 15, a new 10-year deal. So we still have 5 years on that agreement through 2026.
Okay.
And have not had a chance to meet, with any potential new management team yet. I know the sale is still pending. And there's a lot that has to be done that I don't understand, but this is not the world I live in, but we understand that if the sale's finalized, that the new team has it fully, every intent of keeping the golf tournament, and the brand. So looking forward to meeting those folks.
I think so, because I think it's certainly provided value for Sanderson Farms. I think Joe Sanderson would agree to that. That's why he does it.
Well, and I mean, there's still going to be a Mississippi presence, right? The plants, the operation, and I mean, what we do for charity and what we do for an economic impact for the state, it's still a really good thing. And to own one of 48 PGA Tour events, that's
a pretty big deal.
Very big deal.
Totally understand and totally agree. And now with the date they got, which is just a great date to have that here in Mississippi, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's only going to get better as word spreads. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I got to tell you, it is so good and so comforting to hear the feedback from the tour. Hey, we like it. We come here. The town's great. The hotels are great. The accommodation's great. Course is great.
Yep.
Best greens.
It's very easy to move around. We've got. I don't know if anybody here really understands the amazing collection we have of restaurants.
Yeah.
I mean, the players talk about how good the restaurants here are, and it's easy to move around. We have a lot of great hotels. Stuart Stink told me early in the spring, he goes, Steve, we don't stay in a Ritz-Carlton every week.
Sure.
He goes, you have great hotels. It's 15 minutes most to the golf course, that we treat them very well. Every player has their choice of a big green egg as a gift from Joe and his team.
That's great.
So, we treat the caddies very well. We treat the wives and spouses and significant others very well, and families. So it's, when you get them here once and you get them hooked, we're quickly becoming a favorite destination. So
that's really awesome to hear. Yeah. What's the purse?
$7 million.
Wow.
So, as a standalone event on PGA Tour, we have 500 FedEx Cup points to the winner. Yeah. So nowadays, with the Tour's FedEx Cup season points, not that $7 million is anything to sneeze at, but being a full field event and getting a full points allocation from being a winner, that's big too. So, and invitation to the event over in Georgia, the Masters, and
sure,
really, the PGA Tour regulations state that when you win a PGA Tour event, you're exempt for that season plus 2. So if you win a fall PGA Tour event, it's essentially job security for 3 years.
That is awesome.
Winning an event in the fall is a big deal.
Well, that hasn't always been the case, dating back to the Magnolia Classic at Hattiesburg, right?
It was, and that event kind of went through some different changes as being part of a different tournament series on the tour. But yeah, really now with the points and the exemptions,
it's great.
You win an event in June, you've got that season, which is really in another 6 weeks. But now your job security's set.
Steve, appreciate you coming in. Good luck on the tournament, and we'll see you out there.
See you in a few weeks.
You got it.
Thank
Steve
you.
Jent, Executive Director, Sanderson Farms Championship, has been our guest. Stay with us. The